Hey everybody, welcome to HDpiano. My name is Kale, and in today's lesson we'll be going over and Over Again by Nathan Sykes and Ariana Grande. In this part 1 video, I'll be teaching you how to play the intro and the verse to this song. Here's how those sound. So there you have it, pretty straightforward, just some chords and arpeggios. Now before we jump into this part of the song, I've got a question for everybody tuning in out there. Now this song is a powerhouse. It's got a great vocal take over top of a very simple piano part that allows the vocal a lot of room to breathe and shine. Now a lot of songs are coming out like this nowadays, so if you guys are listening to any other music like this and have some suggestions or songs that you'd like us to teach, please feel free to comment below and we'll check those suggestions out and see if we can add any of them to our lessons. Now let's start by tackling this intro section. So I'm going to do the left hand and the right hand together since both parts are pretty simple. In the left hand you're really only playing whole notes the whole time. So here's middle C to start. And in our left hand we're going to begin by playing an E flat. Now let's play that with our pointer finger. And then in our right hand we're going to play an E flat major chord. So a B flat with our thumb, an E flat with our middle finger, and a G with our pinky. And we're going to play this as an arpeggio, which is basically taking the notes of a chord, right, E flat major, and breaking up all the notes in a rhythmic way. In this sense, sounds like this. So we're taking all these notes and just playing them separately. And the rhythm that we're using in this case is an eighth note rhythm. Now if you don't know what that is, no worries, I'll break it down really quickly for you. So our basic unit of rhythm is a quarter note, which gets one hit per beat. So if we're counting our beats as 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter notes would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now since we're using eighth notes here, that's one further division of the beat. So while quarter notes got one hit to a beat, eighth notes get two hits to a beat. And we count those like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So here's how eighth notes sound. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this arpeggio, we're taking each of the notes of the E flat major chord, B flat, E flat, and G, and playing them as eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And just like that. So basically we're starting off by playing B flat, E flat, G, B flat, E flat, G. Just the E flat major chord 2 times from bottom to top. And now once we get to beat 4, right, we're at beat 4 at that point, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, we start the chord again, but because we've reached the end of beat 4, we can't really play that last G. So we just start playing the chord again. So it's a little lopsided, but in order to fit into the count of the song, we have to do it like this. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In other words, we're playing B flat, E flat, G, B flat, E flat, G, B flat, E flat. So let's try that together really slowly. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, so once you have that, let's move on to the next chord, which is a B flat minor 7. Now this is actually a lot less complicated than it sounds. We're going to play a B flat in our left hand, which you can play with your ring finger if your pointer finger was already on E flat. And then for the right hand, we're just going to take our E flat major shape and move it down a whole step. So B flat, A flat with your thumb, D flat with your middle finger, and F with your pinky. So this makes a B flat minor 7 chord, and we're going to add the same arpeggio to it as our E flat major chord. So let's try that together. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now once you have that, our next chord is an F minor 7. So we're going to move down to an F in our left hand, which you can play with your pinky. And then in our right hand, we'll be playing an A flat with our thumb, a C with our middle finger, and an E flat with our pinky. And we're going to do the same arpeggio again. So let's try that. F, A flat, C flat, C, E flat. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for our final chord in this section, we don't actually have to move our right hand at all. We just move our left hand up to A flat, which we can play with our middle finger. And then in the right hand, we're just going to stick with our A flat, C, E flat, and play the same arpeggio again. So since we already learned that arpeggio, let's try combining all 4 chords together, starting with E flat, down to B flat minor 7, to F minor 7, and then to A flat major. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 there you have it. You've learned the entire intro and the verse to this song. Now the only thing to note is that after the 4th time of playing these chords in a row, you're going to hold out that last A flat chord, because that leads into the verse, right? So the intro is 4 times, and on the 4th time, just hold out the A flat chord rather than playing your arpeggio. And then you've got it. So thank you for tuning in. Please consider subscribing below, and you can follow us on Twitter at HDpiano, where we're taking our song requests using the hashtag HDrequests. You can also like us on Facebook, where we're posting a bunch of piano content that's really cool. Now tune in over at HDpiano.com for part 2 of this lesson, where I'm going to teach you how to play the chorus to this song. As always, thanks for tuning in, and this has been HDpiano, home of the hybrid piano lesson. See you guys for part 2.